Hello everyone, I'm Onna Harps and welcome back to my channel. I will be reviewing all things reality TV over here. Today I am going to be reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 12. And this particular reality TV show is about couples that meet and marry on wedding day for the very first time. So before I get into the business, if you like my video, make sure that you hit that like button down below, comment, subscribe, share my video, and make sure that you hit that notification bell, and then that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. As I said, I am going to be reviewing Married at First Sight, and it's aired on Lifetime TV. So the couples have gotten married. They've gone on their honeymoon. They've been living together for about 2 weeks, not about 2 weeks now. Yes, and there's about 3 more weeks before decision day. That's the day that they decide whether or not if they want to stay married or not. So this week's assignment for the couples is for them to meet with a friend or a relative and give them their take on how they feel the relationship is progressing thus far, and get their family member or friends opinion on what they have said. So the first couple that I want to talk about is going to be Mark and Lindsey. Their scene opens up with Mike creating a whiteboard for him and Lindsey so that they can have their lives, more organized. It'll be basically on paper what the expectations of each other is in terms of, the cooking, the cleaning, grocery shopping, the laundry, and things of that nature. So while they're discussing the whiteboard, they have a cat. He's sitting up there on the counter where they eat at. I think that that's just absolutely disgusting. You're going to have animal hair and animal feces on your counter where you eat. But they're cat lovers. They have 5 cats amongst them. But I just don't see animals on kitchen counters and sleeping in the bed with you, because you're sleeping in the bed with a bunch of dirty fur, basically. But, different strokes for different folks. So, one thing I want to tell Lindsey, she was standing there at that kitchen counter. Lindsey can benefit from a good Victoria's Secret bra and a waist trainer. Lindsey is too young for her boobs to be sagging all the way down to her gut. And she doesn't even have any kids. So, the next day, they go grocery shopping, and Mark is giving Lindsey a budget of $150. Now, I'm assuming that that budget is just for the week. Lindsey doesn't listen. She went into the store and she practically picked up everything, and she went 40% over the budget. See, that's what Lindsey's problem is. She does not want to be in a partnership with someone. She wants to be the boss. She wants to be Mark's husband. So Mark had met up with Steve at the beach. He informed Steve that it ain't working. Okay, so Mark also meets up with his sister, and he told his sister, this ain't it. So I don't know how this is going to work out for this couple in the future, because Dr. Pepper, Pastor Cal, Dr. Viviana, they've expertly matched these couples, but they got it wrong this season, with the exception of one, and I'll discuss them later. Okay, so as I said, Mark had told his friend that he's not sure whether or not he wants to remain married to Lindsey. And the very next day, the scene opens up with Lindsey screaming and hollering at Mark again because he washed the clothes and he put her clothes in the dryer, and he shrunk her clothes. And she's just yelling, that's $250 worth of clothes that you have shrunken. This is the thing. It was a mistake. Lindsey, go buy some more clothes, okay? See, like I told you before, Lindsey is going to talk herself right up out of her man. Now, Mark is a pretty, easygoing, laid back. He's a boisterous person as well, but he has a decorum about him. Lindsey doesn't get along with the other couples. She's always screaming and hollering at him, and she's not going to change that. You guys only have, what, 19 more days before you have to make a decision. So I really just don't see Lindsey and Mark staying together. The next couple that I want to discuss is going to be Noy and Steve. Okay, their scene opens up with them at the groomer. Noy wants to see how well Steve does with her dog Sushi at the groomers because she said that she wants children in the future. But see, this is the thing, Noy. A dog is not a baby. Okay? So, I'm sorry. Noy is still on the tip that she wants Steve to get a job. So she's telling Steve, hey, I need for you to wash my laundry, and I need for you to get in there and clean the dishes. Okay, so I guess Noy must have said, if you want to commit yourself to being a house husband, then that's how I'm going to treat you. But Steve meets up with his sister, and he tells his sister that, he is willing to get a 9 to 5. However, he has a job. This is the thing. They're kind of the production is kind of creating smoke and mirrors here, because Noy and Steve are the couple that I actually see staying together, for the simple fact that her only storyline is that Steve doesn't have a job. But here is the thing. He's an IT engineer who makes maybe about $80,000, well, $75,000, and then maybe like $5,000 in bonuses and stuff if he had a traditional 9 to 5. But now he is doing freelance work, and a freelance IT technician makes about $50,000. Steve is the guy that, when you're at work and your computer, you can't get into your email, you call him. He's at home. That's what he means by, not taking a traditional 9 to 5. And doing that, he would make $50,000. So Noy is a talent acquisition coordinator. Her position only makes $50,000. So I'm just saying that's a bunch of smoke and mirrors about him not having a job. And then Noy also needs to take into consideration, what if she got stuck with Gil from last season? He was a firefighter. He only made $28,000 a year. So that's why I'm telling you guys, this is all, smoke and fire, because, Steve does have a job. But Noy had met up with her brother the next day, and she was, expressing to her brother that she wanted Steve to get a job. And the reason why she wants Steve to get a job is because she feels like that will give her some type of security. Now, we need to look at Noy's background. Noy is an immigrant, her a Korean immigrant. Her and her family came here as a poor family. They worked their way up. She went to college, and she just really needs to have that security with Steve having, something solid. But anyway, the brother is sitting over there. His wig is on point, nails, lashes on point, makeup on point. And he just told Noy, he was like, no, he needs to get a job, period. So we'll see how this couple works out in the future. I looked at their social media, and they're like really hush hush about where they are right now. So if I was a betting woman, I would say that they probably are still together. Okay, the next couple that I want to talk about is Jasmina and Michael. Yo, y'all, guess what? Jasmina can't drive. But, that's kind of typical living on the East Coast with the public transportation and all. But Michael is going to teach her how to drive. So they're like smiling, but I get the vibe from Jasmina and Michael that they are just kind of, friends. So anyway, Michael meets up with his sister, and he lets his sister know that, they still haven't been intimate. And he said that if the relationship remained stagnant like it is, that it was going to be a no for him on decision day. So Jasmina FaceTimes one of her friends, and she lets her friend know that, they're in a better, mental space. And she said that if things continue to progress as they are, then she said she doesn't know what decision day holds for her. But this is the thing. She said that she's not attracted to him. So there's only 19 days left. If she is not attracted to him by now, I don't see that forthcoming. And the thing about it is, like with Michael, I mean, something's just like off about him. I mean, he has like hair growing on his shoulders right here, patches of hair. That just looks disgusting to me. And I've never seen that before. So it could just be Michael's whole package deal that Jasmina is not feeling. Okay, so Michael takes Jasmina out for her road test, and she really can't drive. She does satisfactory. Let's put it like that. So anyway, the next couple that I want to discuss is Katina and Elijah. If you remember last episode, Elijah was yelling at Katina because she had a dating app in her phone that she hadn't used in years, and she forgot that the dating app was in her phone, and she told him that she had forgotten, and he like completely exploded. So anyway, Katina went upstairs to Jasmina and Michael's apartment because all the couples lived in the same apartment. And, she was sitting up in there crying. So Michael goes up to Elijah and Katina's apartment, and Elijah is sitting up there. He's still like all twisted. And he said that he just feels like Katina has betrayed him. He said he doesn't like the way how, she's moving. I mean, he thinks that she's really hiding something from him because she had this dating app in her phone. So, anyway, Elijah's coach comes over. He's like a father figure to Elijah. So Elijah tells his coach that, they were having issues, and he only told his side of the story, and the coach told him, we'll just see if you can work it out. I don't see Katina and Michael working it out. Michael does have ADHD, but he has something else going on upstairs because he's screaming and hollering at her, as I told you last episode, if she even blinks. So anyway, Katina meets up with her sister-in-law, and she tells her sister-in-law the problems that she's having with Elijah, and they're sipping tequila, and the sister-in-law's advice was to just see if they could work it out. And I'm like, that's the advice that you give her? I mean, this woman is sitting over here like she's suffering from battered woman syndrome. Okay, but that's the advice that the sister-in-law has given her. So anyway, the next day they show Elijah and Katina. They're all skinning and grinning and all happy because Elijah had told Michael that the only way that he would forgive Katina for having the dating app in her phone is if she apologized to him. Apologize for what? Anyway, this fool apologizes to him. So he's just like, skinning from ear to ear. This is the thing. Pastor Cal has come over to visit them, and he asked Katina if she was okay with the way that Elijah communicates with her. And Katina was like, well, yes, I need for somebody to push me out of my comfort zone. So Pastor Cal's trying to tell her to run for her life. Dr. Viviana came over there and visited them. Dr. Viviana told Elijah, this behavior is not normal. And, if you don't get it together, that you're going to get a divorce and you're not ever really going to be in a healthy relationship with this attitude that you have. So, Anyway, I don't know if Elijah and Katina will remain married. If Katina can put up with, him yelling and screaming at her for the rest of her life, and if she wants to just tell her friends and family when he shows up to her job clowning, oh, that's just Elijah, that's their marriage, okay? So anyway, that concludes my review of Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 12. I'm Onna Harps. If you like my video, make sure that you hit that like button down below. Subscribe. Onna Harps. And gotta go. See ya.